Breaking news for South African pensioners. In this comprehensive video, we are diving deep into the significant 10.5% increase in Sassa pension grants coming this June. We'll break down all the new amounts, explain who qualifies, and show you exactly what this means for millions of beneficiaries. This is the biggest raise in recent years, and you won't want to miss these important details. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're bringing you some exciting news that will affect millions of South African pensioners and grant recipients. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest updates on Sassa grants and important social security information. The South African Social Security Agency, Sassa, has just announced what many are calling the most significant increase in social grants in recent years. Starting this June, pensioners will receive a substantial 10.5% increase in their monthly payments. This announcement comes as welcome relief for millions of South Africans who rely on these grants for their daily survival, especially considering the rising cost of living and inflation rates we've been experiencing. Let's break down exactly what this means for different grant recipients. The old age pension, which is one of Sassa's most widespread grants, will see a notable increase from its current amount. This increase represents the government's commitment to protecting our elderly citizens from the impacts of inflation and ensuring they can maintain a decent standard of living. It's important to note that this increase applies to both old age grants and disability grants equally. For those wondering about the exact figures, let's dive into the numbers. Currently, older persons and disability grant recipients receive a 2,080 per month. With the new 10.5% increase, this amount will rise to a 2,300 per month. This represents an additional R220 in the pockets of our elderly and disabled citizens every month. When we calculate this over a year, it amounts to an extra R2,640 annually, which can make a significant difference in the lives of grant recipients. The increase isn't just limited to the basic grant amount. Those who are over 75 years old receive an additional top-up amount, which will also see a proportional increase. This means our most senior citizens will receive even more support, acknowledging the often higher medical and care costs associated with advanced age. It's worth explaining why this increase is particularly significant this year. The 10.5% raise is notably higher than the current inflation rate, which means it's not just keeping pace with rising costs but actually improving the purchasing power of grant recipients. This is crucial in the current economic climate where many basic necessities have seen substantial price increases. For those who might be wondering about the qualification criteria, let's review who is eligible for these increased amounts. To receive the old age grant, you must be a South African citizen, permanent resident, or refugee, be 60 years or older, and meet the means test requirements. The means test looks at both your income and assets to determine eligibility, and these thresholds have also been adjusted to account for inflation. Speaking of the means test, it's important to note that the income and asset thresholds have been adjusted accordingly. This means that more seniors might now qualify for the grant, even if they were previously just over the threshold. We encourage anyone who thinks they might be eligible to apply or reapply if they were previously declined. For those already receiving the grant, there's no need to take any action to receive the increase. Sassa will automatically adjust the payment amounts for all current beneficiaries. However, it's always a good idea to ensure that your information with Sassa is up to date, including your payment method and contact details. The payment methods remain the same. Recipients can continue to receive their grants through their preferred payment method, whether that's through a Sassa card, bank account, or cash payment at designated payment points. If you're considering changing your payment method, now might be a good time to review your options and choose the most convenient and secure method for your circumstances. This increase also affects other aspects of the grant system. For instance, the grant in aid, which is an additional amount paid to recipients who require regular care due to physical or mental disabilities, will also see a proportional increase. This additional support helps cover the costs of care and assistance that many elderly and disabled individuals require. It's worth noting that this increase comes at a time when many South African households are facing significant financial pressures. The rising cost of food, electricity, and other basic necessities has put strain on many families, making this increase particularly timely and important. The additional funds will help grant recipients better cope with these increased living costs. For those who are caring for grant recipients, this increase also has implications for household budgeting and planning. The extra amount can be allocated to various needs, whether that's better nutrition, healthcare expenses, or other essential costs. It's important to plan how to best utilize this increased amount to maximize its benefit. The implementation of this increase has been carefully planned to ensure a smooth transition. Sassa has assured beneficiaries that the new amounts will be reflected in their June payments without any need for additional paperwork or applications. However, as with any significant change, it's important to check your payment amount when you receive it to ensure the increase has been correctly applied. This raise also highlights the government's commitment to social protection, particularly for vulnerable groups like the elderly and disabled. It's part of a broader strategy to address poverty and inequality in South Africa. and to ensure that those who need support the most receive it in meaningful ways. Looking at the broader impact, this increase will inject additional funds into local economies, particularly in rural areas where many grant recipients reside. When pensioners have more money to spend, it often benefits local businesses and services, creating a positive ripple effect throughout communities. For those who might be helping elderly relatives or friends with their grants, it's important to understand these changes so you can better assist them. This includes being aware of the new amounts, helping them check their payments, and ensuring they're receiving all the benefits they're entitled to, including any additional supplements they might qualify for. The timing of this increase is particularly significant as it comes when many households are still recovering from the economic impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic and other challenges. The additional support will help many families maintain their standard of living and cope with ongoing financial pressures. It's also worth mentioning that this increase applies to both urban and rural recipients equally. This is important because living costs and challenges can vary significantly between different areas, but the support remains consistent regardless of location. This helps ensure fairness and equity in the social grant system. For those who receive other types of grants alongside their pension, such as the grant in aid, it's important to note that these will also be adjusted proportionally. This means that those with multiple grants will see increases across all their benefits, providing even more support where it's needed most. The increase also has implications for those who might be approaching pension age. If you're nearing 60, this higher amount might affect your decision-making regarding when to apply for the grant. It's worth considering how this increased amount could help support you and your family in the future. For current recipients, this is also a good time to review your grant status and ensure everything is in order. This includes checking that Sassa has your correct contact information, banking details if applicable, and any other relevant information. Keeping your information up to date helps ensure smooth payment processing and communication. The increase also affects those who receive reduced grants due to other income sources. The sliding scale used to calculate these reduced amounts will be adjusted accordingly, ensuring that all recipients benefit proportionally from the increase, even if they don't receive the full grant amount. It's important to address some common questions about this increase. Many people ask whether this is a permanent increase or a temporary measure. We can confirm that this is a permanent adjustment to the base grant amount, not a temporary relief measure. This means recipients can count on this higher amount going forward. For those who assist multiple family members who receive grants, it's important to note that each eligible recipient will receive the increase independently. This means households with multiple grant recipients will see multiple increases, which could significantly impact their total household income. The increase also has implications for those who receive care dependency grants or foster care grants. While these grants have their own specific increase rates, they're part of the same commitment to providing adequate social support to those who need it most. We should also discuss the importance of financial planning with this increased amount. While the raise is significant, it's still important to budget carefully and prioritize essential expenses. This might be a good opportunity to review spending habits and perhaps even start small savings where possible. For those who might be struggling with debt, this increase could provide an opportunity to address outstanding payments or improve their financial situation. However, it's important to be cautious of scammers or unscrupulous lenders who might target grant recipients, particularly when increases are announced. The implementation of this increase also demonstrates the technical capabilities of Sassa's payment systems. The ability to roll out such a significant change across millions of recipients is a testament to the improvements in the social grant payment infrastructure over recent years. It's worth noting that this increase comes after careful consideration of various factors, including inflation rates, cost of living increases, and the overall economic situation in South Africa. The 10.5% increase was calculated to provide meaningful support while remaining sustainable within the national budget. For those who might be helping new applicants with their grant applications, it's important to note that the new amount will apply to all successful applications processed after the implementation date. This ensures that new recipients receive the same level of support as existing beneficiaries. The increase also has implications for businesses and service providers who work with grant recipients. They should be aware of the new amounts when providing services or accepting payments, particularly those who offer special rates or services specifically for pensioners. Looking at the broader social impact, this increase represents a significant investment in the well-being of South Africa's elderly population. It acknowledges the contribution they've made to society and helps ensure they can live with dignity in their retirement years. For those who might be concerned about the application of the increase, Sassa has assured that their helpline and local offices will be available to address any questions or concerns. It's important to use these official channels if you need clarification or assistance regarding the new grant amounts. Before we wrap up, let's remind everyone of some important points. The increase will be automatic, there's no need to apply for it, and it will be reflected in your June payment. If you have any questions or concerns, contact Sassa through their official channels, and be wary of any scams or unofficial sources of information. Remember, staying informed about your social grants and understanding your rights and benefits is crucial. We encourage you to share this information with others who might benefit from knowing about these changes, whether they're grant recipients themselves or care for someone who is. Thank you for staying with us through this detailed explanation of the new Sassa pension grant increases. If you found this information helpful, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Sassa grants and other important social security information. Hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos, and feel free to share this video with anyone who might benefit from this information. Remember, we are here to help you stay informed about your social grants and benefits. Drop your questions in the comments below, and we'll do our best to address them in future videos. Until next time, take care and stay informed. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Sassa grants and social security information. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit from this information. Leave your questions in the comments below, and we'll address them in our future videos. Thank you for watching.